Hey, yo, man. You ready for some football? We're about to talk some football, I guess. This is Cowboys fan talk, by the way. And he makes topics about the Dallas Cowboys. So why not we do a reaction to it and give our feedback and opinions on what he has to say. I figured we normally do the usual intro that we always do. We're only going to do that when we're actually reacting to player highlights. But I want to do something like this. So this is Cowboys fan talk. Subscribe to him. I will put his link, the link to his original video and channel in the description box below. So subscribe to him and also subscribe to me. All right, and hit that like button. All right, because we post on this channel basically almost every single day, and put about as much content as we possibly can every day. Nonetheless, let's get into it. Cowboys fan talk. Cowboys minicamp day 1 recap. Tyron Smith back at left tackle. Deuce Vaughn, Mazi Smith. Deuce Vaughn, Mazi getting work. And yeah, basically what it is. Without further ado, let's get into the video. I didn't know it was a holiday.
It's booming.
He's got a pretty sick intro if you ask me.
Good people, it's your boy Mr. Room, Cowboys fan talk, right back like I never left. Happy minicamp week. 3 days of minicamp, man. Great week, whole lot of tidbits coming out. Real things starting to come to fruition. First and foremost, we got our offensive line set like we need it to be. -1. Left tackle, Tyron Smith. Yes, Tyron Smith. As I've been saying. Left guard, Tyler Smith. Then Tyler Biadasz. Would be Zach Martin. They've been letting Josh Ball get there, but it will be Zach Martin. Will be Terrence Steele when he gets back. Now we got news today that Terrence Steele won't probably be ready for the beginning of training camp. That's a big thing.
Man.
Keep an eye on that. That means we might start the year without Terrence Steele. I don't want them to rush him back, take his time, so we need to have a plan for right tackle. And Matt Waletzko might be that villain. I got faith in Waletzko. I feel like he shows.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I got a little bit of confidence in him. I mean, we never got to see what he could do last year because obviously, he didn't, have a rookie season. This is basically going to be his rookie season because last year he had a season-ending injury. He was out for the whole year. So now this year we're going to be able to see what he can do. And I got confidence in Matt Waletzko at right tackle too. At the same time, it's really just kind of, in my opinion, the element of surprise, if you ask me, to be quite honest with you. We don't know if he's bad, we don't know if he's good. So it's kind of like that element of surprise. But we're hoping that he's going to be good. I have confidence. In him. I have more confidence in him than Josh Ball. Just off of his short, body of work last year, he's already shown me, don't put that dude at right tackle again. All right? Don't put him at right tackle no more. All right? They're trying to, put him at right, trying to see what he can do at guard, but also update. Last week or so, Kelvin Joseph was apparently moved to safety. So he's in the doghouse right now. Like, he could definitely be cut, and it sucks because he was a second-round pick. Like, that's a pretty high round pick, early round pick, and to cut a guy like that, not even his third year into the league. It would be his third year, but we don't even know if he'll be able to make it into year 3. So he's definitely in the doghouse right now. In my opinion, I definitely, feel like our best 5, like he said, is going to be Tyron Smith at left tackle, Tyler Smith at left guard, Tyler Biotish at center, Zach Martin at right guard, and Terrence Hill at right tackle. When he's good to go. I don't want us to rush him back, just like CFT said. I don't want us to rush him back like we did Michael Gallup last year. And maybe that hurt him, the fact that we rushed Michael Gallup back. So I don't want us to do the same mistake with Terrence Steele. I want him to be good to go, locked and loaded. I do believe it is a lot easier to transition, back to form coming off an ACL tear as an offensive lineman than it is when you're a skill player. As a skill player, you make a lot more cuts and turns. Offensive linemen don't really do that. They're still very important, but I'm just saying I think it's a lot more easier for them to be able to transition back to their normal self. So I think Terrence Steele can go back to being one of the top right tackles in the league. But we just have to wait and soon see.
Some good things last year, but his injuries caught up to him. So let's just see what Let's Go does. That name's hard to say. I got faith in him. I think we should have contingency plans for everyone going down because this is football. People go down. But I feel like you should put Matt Waletzko over there because the left side will be super strong with with Tyler Smith, Tyron Smith, and Biotish, Zach Martin. That means you have one hole. You start moving everybody else around, putting Tyron on the right. I just think it's too much movement. One place to help out. It's a lot easier than covering 2 or 3 different places. That's just me. Also today, we got a full load of players back in practice. Remember, during OTAs, it was voluntary. I think minicamp is mandatory, if I'm not mistaken, outside of injuries. But we got Trayvon Diggs, Stephon Gilmore, DeMarcus Lawrence, Dante Fowler, Jonathan Hankins. And one of the dopest things today we've heard, there was a goal line package, Big Hank, Mazi, Quentin Bohanna, Big Bo. That's a lot of poundage. Pause. That's like 1,000 pounds. That's a fact. 1,000 pounds of weight right there in the middle. 5 men
Yes,
goal
sir.
line stand. I'm sure D-Law will be out there. He's amazing on the goal line. Micah Parsons. I just like the fact that we got that option. We haven't had that option. We've been kind of light. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to Osa, and Neville just ain't shown it yet. Even though I heard today Neville played a little bit better. Something about the possibility of getting cut. They should play a little harder. No disrespect to Neville. I really want everybody to ball out with that.
Also, Mike Parsons, the other day, like maybe a couple days ago or a few days ago, made a comment about saying he was comparing the 2023 Cowboys defense to the 2000 Ravens. That is a big statement to make, trying to compare our defense to a legendary defense like that one. And remember, you got to win the Super Bowl in order to be able to, equivalent to that defense. Like, I have faith that we're going to be a top 5 defense. I definitely have faith in that. We're going to be a top 5 defense in 2023. But as far as the 2000 Ravens, you're comparing yourself to a team who won the Super Bowl. Now, do I have confidence that we can do that? Absolutely, I do. I look at the team that we got around here, the roster that we got, and I think we can win the Super Bowl. I think we can. I look at it like the Eagles, I think they're going to take a step back this year. They have a bullseye on their back. I know they lost the Super Bowl, but it's the fact that they were in it. Now people are going to take them a lot more serious. and there's a bullseye on their back, and everybody's going to give them their best shot. And so it's going to be a lot tougher for them. So I think they're going to take a step back. They're still going to be good, but I think they're going to take a step back. And then the 49ers, their quarterback situation is the only thing that, questions me. I look at it, and we really are, in my opinion, the best team currently right now in the NFC. As far as heading into the year where everybody, lays, like, in my opinion, I think that we might be the best team in the NFC. So, yeah, we definitely have a chance to win the Super Bowl, but I'm just saying, let's, I like the confidence, I like that, but let's, maybe tone it down a little bit. Let's tone it down a bit. Comparing yourself to any defense that won a ring is a bit much, but hey, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I like it. I like this defense and where we're headed going into this year. I had confidence last year, but now I really know what this defense is all about and what we're going to bring to the table.
90-man roster, it's going to get cut down. We're going to see who gets retained in the practice squad. We will get the cut videos and stuff later. It's just good to see that everyone was back. Tight end Luke Schoonmaker. We heard about him having a boot on his foot. Plantar fasciitis is apparently what he's going through. It's a precautionary thing. You can play through that. It's painful, but I hate that when a rookie comes in hurt. Sometimes you stay nicked up throughout the year. But luckily, he's not our starting tight end. Jake Ferguson is. Right now,
I think Luke Schoonmaker will be our starter by week 8. That's my proclamation.
We have a starting tight end, Jake Ferguson. Well, I think it's about to take the next step. Schoonmaker just got to get in where he fit in. You know what I'm saying? Now, if he breaks out, that's a plus for us. But I feel like Jake Ferguson's going to break out. And that's all I'm worried about. Kicker Tristan Biscotto. I think he went 9 for 9 today. No misses.
Wow.
55, 44, multiple other spots, but first day, perfect.
Yeah.
You want your kicker, you want this to become a non-story. I'm talking about kicker way too much. Don't y'all agree? I'm talking about kicker way too much. But it's good that he had a perfect day. Who else I want to talk about? Deuce Vaughn.
Deuce Vaughn, I like that guy. That's my favorite pick.
Solo Deuce Vaughn video, and I think that's coming. I got nothing but faith in Deuce Vaughn.
Absolutely.
I feel like he definitely is going to be a big part of this team. I just don't want to do what I did to Tolbert last year. I think that's why I've been kind of falling back on putting. I got Deuce balling. I talked about it in my live stream. I got him getting like 700 yards. But I wanted
let's calm down as far as saying that he could be a potential offensive rookie of the year.
Be a big part of this thing. I just feel like Deuce needs to be out there, go out there, mind free, ball out, do what he can.
He can be a major contributor to our offense, though. There's no doubt about that. Like a Darren Sproles.
I'm talking about early on Zeke. You know what I'm saying? Now, if he comes out and shuts me up and just balls out, I'll give him all the praise in the world because I want Deuce to ball. I want him to go out there. I want him to get busy.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I don't want to put that pressure on him, me personally, and I know how I do. Y'all know, once we get to Oxnard, he break 2 runs, I'm going to stir the Kool-Aid, it's going to be over. But right now,
I'm the same way, bro.
I'm trying not to do that to that young man.
I did the same thing. Here's the thing. I did the same thing to Ezekiel Elliott. Now, Ezekiel Elliott actually had some productive years. But I remember his rookie year, and he was balling out, and I was like, yo, he might be the next Emmitt Smith. Like, he might honestly break his all-time rushing record. And, my dad was just kind of like, you really think that he'll break Emmitt's record? I'm like, yeah, like dude was balling, and he's gonna keep going. Now, he did for another, 3 years, but unfortunately, his production started to decline and decline and decline. And here we are. So I gave him put too much pressure on him, put too much pressure on myself as far as, actually believing that he could break the all-time rushing record. But yeah, so I don't want to do that with this as far as saying I think he's got potential to be offensive rookie of the year. Let's not put all that pressure and have all that baggage. So I'm not going to do that this time.
Jabril Cox. I do want to touch on this. Jabril Cox. Apparently he had a great couple of pass breakups in 7-on-7 red zone. Won the breakup of
Nice.
End of game scenario and the previous play. And the players, this is what I like. See, Jabril Cox has not shown up. Shout out to my boy, Boss Cowboy, Jay Tuck, Big Game James, Lord Nation, the OC,
The GOAT.
and Brian Broadus. That show last night, phenomenal. Please go watch it. Go to Boss's channel, Law's channel. It might have been on Tuck's channel too. I didn't check to see if it's streamed on Tuck's channel. But go watch it. Phenomenal interview. Shout out to Brian Broadus for being open, being honest. Well wishes and speedy recovery. He had heart surgery today. And I know it was a little bit of turmoil with that, but I'm glad that such a great interview was able to happen. They was talking it up. They was being open. A lot of great nuggets from that. Just go listen. Go listen. Phenomenal interview from my brothers.
Hey, prayers
Always
to you,
killing.
Brian.
And Brian touched on Jabril Cox, saying he just hasn't been in the right place where he needs to be. He's been favoring that knee since the injury. He just ain't been right. And we learned from Michael Gallup that sometimes that next year after that ACL, everybody ain't Adrian Peterson. You don't come back instantly, But to hear that he's playing more freely, maybe not thinking about that knee as much, it takes some time. And to hear he has 2 pass breakups. Now this is 7-on-7. This is mini camp. The pads ain't on yet, and that's when you might get back in your head and not be able to perform like we want you to. But it's just good to hear. It's good to hear.
It's good to get optimism,
That will give our linebacker depth even more. Because I've been beating the drum for a veteran linebacker, but we'll see how that goes. So great first day in mini camp. Like I said, man, like I always say, y'all guys let me know what I missed because I always miss something. And there's a story floating around right now. Take this with a grain of salt. Don't get hyped. As y'all know, I would want it, but the Cowboys have been linked to Dalvin Cook. I'm calling cap.
Yeah.
They like to link us to every player.
They linked us to Derrick Henry. Like
I don't have to see it. But I love it. Yes, don't trip. But I'm not putting in no thumbnail. I'm not bragging about nothing until I get some legitimate.
Hey, media gotta put food on their table just like the rest of us.
Y'all get excited about the what ifs. It's your boy, Mr. Room, man. Day 2 of mini camp tomorrow.
All right. Well, oh my God. All right. Well, that is it. That was Cowboys fan talk. As far as his conclusion of day 1 of minicamp for the Cowboys. Apparently, minicamp started yesterday, so I'm not really big on really keeping up with covering football stuff like that, really all the time. So I had no idea that minicamp started yesterday. Apparently, nonetheless, apparently, Visciano went 9 for 9 day 1, so he was perfect after, CFT did say he didn't like Visciano, and he wanted to maybe be able to look for somebody else, but he went apparently 9 for 9 yesterday, so that's a step in the right direction. And other stuff like, Terrence still not being present, but he will be. Josh Ball, rolling in at right guard. And that's pretty much it, But sky's the limit for these rookies, and sky's the limit for this 2023 season for the Cowboys. But that has been my time. Like, subscribe, Comment down some suggestions of other videos you want me to react to. And that has been my time. And that is it. Peace.